If you're a heat and air conditioning technician or even a salesperson, what's one line you should add to your contracts, and why does it matter? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Sylvan Bell, coming to you live from Kaanapali, Maui, on a perfect day to talk about sales and business, and a fantastic day to talk about you. Got to get you the aloha bra, right? So here is what's going to happen. You are going to meet with Mr. Smith, Mrs. Smith, Mr. Jones, and this person is a shrewd negotiator, meaning like these are the type of people that tell you to sharpen your pencil. These are the type of people who tell you like no price is too low. Well, here's what's going to happen. You are going to sit there and you're going to have a conversation, and they're going to rake you over the coals, and they're going to tell you like, well, you know, Jimbo over here told me he would do it for $1 million less, and Eddie over here told me he'd do it for $1 billion less, and this person told me I would get it for free. You got to be aware that this type of person is always looking for a deal, always looking for an exclusion, always looking for a place where you screwed up. And they will take advantage of this no matter what's going on. So you have to get very good at documentation. So if there was one line that I wish I would have learned earlier on in my sales process, it is a few words: all discounts applied. And so here's what's going to happen. You are going to sit down with Mr. Smith, Mrs. Smith, Mr. Jones. They are going to work you over the coals. They're going to tell you about how somebody's going to save them, you know, $10,000 or $5 billion or $100 million. And they're going to brag about how good of a negotiator they are, blah, 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 blah. So you get down to the end, you close this person, you finally get everything done, and you're going over your agreement. Put this line in, all discounts applied, and then have them initial it, because this buyer will call you back and say, hey, my neighbor got a deal and saved 50 cents more than me. Because of it, I need to save $500. This right here is why you can join HVACTechSecrets.com. I'll give you the goods. Not the Facebook group, not the YouTube channel, which means private coaching, private training, discounted coaching, discounted training. It's an email publication. You get emails from me mostly every week, like once or twice. Occasionally, I'm out here on Oahu, I'm out here on Maui, and I'm like, it didn't happen this day. Sometimes you get them every week. Sometimes you don't. Don't freak out. It's going to be okay. All discount applied is going to save you a bunch of drama in your life. Ask me how I know, because I've lived through this multiple times. I was a comfort advisor. I was a selling tech. I was a coach. I was a trainer. I was a manager. So there was times where I had to go back and I had to meet with somebody, and they're like, you know, Scott, I know that we came up on a deal, and I know I promised you it was the last time I was going to ask you for a discount, but I saw an ad, and your ad says that I can save $28 billion now, and I really want that discount too. Why won't you give me that discount? I'm like, hey, listen, I'm going to show you something. On this agreement, there's a little tiny area that says all discounts applied, and you initialed that. That's your initial, right? Oh, yeah, that's my initial. That's my initial. But, you know, for goodwill, and for me to not go write a bad review on a 4-letter website, I really want that discount. I've got to have it, man. I've got to save every nickel that I can, because, like, you know, I'm building a space shuttle, right? It's always some ridiculous thing that they're doing. Why they, like, you know, this person, you instantly said, I've dealt with that dude, or I've dealt with that chick. We all have, right? All discount applied is going to be one of the things that's going to save you. Do you have to do it? No, you don't, right? Now, here's the other thing. I'm going to give you an extra bonus that's super importante. Let's say that you meet with Mr. Smith, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, and they are this person, and the job goes sideways, right? The job goes sideways. It always does, right? The person that you never want the problem to have happen happens. And then when the problem happens, it gets worse. And then when the problem happens, it gets double worse, and there's no money in the job, and this person's never happy. What you're going to want to do at some point, and I'm not a doctor, attorney, lawyer, marriage counselor, therapist, but I am a taco enthusiast. At some point, what you're going to want to do is get them to sign off that they accept and they're okay with all conditions at this point, right? So here's what's going to happen. Technician, installer is going to fall through the ceiling. They're going to let the dog or the cat out of the backyard. They're going to leave some screws or nails in the front yard, and they're going to pop a tire. And the person's going to go, you know, I know I got a really good deal. And it's like sing-songy. You know, I got a really good deal, but I think I need to save some more money. Like, you need to lock down that they're okay with the final offer that you make. You go out there and you're like, hey, homeowner, here's what the office has given me as an option. They said that we can either A, extend your warranty, or B, we can give you some money off. Well, I kind of want both of them. Well, it's like, dude, chick, pick one of them. Well, what's the value? Okay, so then you go down the value and they go, okay, well, I want the money back. At that point, you got to have something documented that says all conflicts and all all conflicts have been resolved to the satisfaction of the homeowner, and boom, get those initials. The person's going to not want to do it, but it's going to be a condition of you agreeing to fixing the problem the way that it is, because inevitably, just 6 freaking months later, you're going to get a phone call. You know, Scott, I was looking at the news and you're having an amazing sale, and I went through all of these problems, all of these issues, and all of these, oh my goodness, I don't know how I could live through it. This buyer is the person that will call you on Christmas Eve, on New Year's Eve, on Easter, on your birthday, on a Wednesday, on a full moon, when you stub your toe getting out of bed, complaining. Make sure to lock down your documentation. You got one of 3 things to do from here. Just one of 3. Find the subscribe button, click on it. Every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, follow 3. You know what you got to do. Share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.